Brooke, Owen, or Rayanne? Who will be evicted in this week's Survivor Tribal Council? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. It's day 70 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Javier was the head of household in a Survivor week, which gave him safety but did not allow him to choose nominations. Jenna used her fast forward and is also safe, and Michael won the Golden Power Veto in the Big Brother Monopoly Golden Power Veto competition, which means that it leaves us with only 3 people, ironically, considering we've had 3 nominees the whole season. It leaves us with Brooke, Owen, and Rayanne, one of whom will be evicted. Who will it be? We'll find out shortly. But first, so the whole point of Survivor Week is that there were no nominees and that anybody could be vulnerable. And then with the fast forward and with the fact that it came down to the final 6 round, we end up with 3 nominees. Whoops! But it is still Survivor Week in that everybody casts a vote, including the head of household and the nominees. And of course, there may have been a hidden immunity idol in play and a steal a vote in play, which it'll be very interesting to see what happened with that. Okay, so I have a lot to get to, so I'm going to make it real quick. For the final time this season, I will reveal how many active alliance chats there are, and I can reveal that we are going down to the final 5, and that there are, on day 70, 0. Not a single active alliance chat in the last 24 hours. So people clearly are working in pairs, and no trios are evident, and so it's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen in these last coming weeks. Clearly, some people are going to be betrayed. Also, some outside of Cheesecake news, I heard that there were, on the news, fires in Newfoundland, which I've never even heard of before, and I want to make sure, I hope, that Dylan from Season 2 is doing okay. We hope you're doing all right, because he moved to Newfoundland actually not long ago, like 2 months ago. Like, that kind of sucks for him. And also, apparently in Penticton, I saw that there were fires, which is only about, I'm going to guess about 60 to 100 kilometers away from Kelowna. And so I hope everybody in Kelowna, Tom and Curtis, is doing okay. And that they don't spread like they did last year. But luckily it's mid-August, so hopefully in a couple weeks the weather tends to cool off earlier out west, so hopefully they'll go away soon. Okay, so I think that's everything. We're going to get to the eviction vote. There's something really important I had to say, and it is completely slipping my mind. House guests, for those of you who stay in the game, I'm aiming, now that we are doing week 11, 12, and 13 is condensed into 2 weeks. I am aiming to have the Golden Power Veto competition Wednesday night at around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you cannot make Wednesday at 9:30 p.m., please let us all know as soon as possible. Last thing before we get to the Tribal Council is the final plea speeches. So Rayanne did not submit a plea, which was interesting. I'm not sure if it's because she thought she was going to go, or if she thought she didn't need to, or if she forgot. But Owen and Brooke did. So Owen, Brooke, you have one last chance to plead your case to your house guest with one brief statement. Owen, you're up first. Hello. This summer has been a blast getting to know all of you. It's been the highlight of these past 2 months. Can't believe we just did day 69. Dank, dank, dank. I'd really love to keep playing with y'all. I hope you'll vote to keep me. It's been said I need to work on my jury management, so keep me around because the jury don't like me. But also because we can all kiss and stuff if you do keep me. Don't worry, I have my monkeypox vaccine. Thank you, Owen. And Brooke, you're up next. Oi! Hello, Huskus! First off, I love you all. I thank everyone here for your friendship. I would really appreciate it for you to keep me, as I love playing this game so much and I really want to keep playing. Thank ya! Okay, thank you. So, it's now time to get to the eviction vote. It is tribal council. All 6 of you will be casting an eviction vote. And, yeah. So, I think it's time to get started. And, yeah, let's do it. Brooke, you're up first. Oi! It's me, Belle Brooke, from the Spice Girls. It's Club. S-Club sound is so much better. Me voting for Destiny's Child. You plagiarized our songs. Spice Girls came first. Bitches. Fuck you. Fuck you, you bum blaster. Fuck you. First you steal my husband, then you try to steal my business. I'm getting a restraining order on you, and if you try to contact me of any kind with all of your self-righteous bullshit and your "I'm Joe from Grace and Frankie," then I am going to cut off your penis with a Botox syringe injector. I have hundreds of them. I am Jane Fonda. Oh wait, I already voted you out once. Turns out your dick is just venti. Mine is Trenty. Nothing wrong with venti.
Hey Russ, me Mike Tyson. So excited, so skinny. Me Mike Tyson. Hey, you wanna spar? Yeah, try me on Mike Tyson. Look at me on Mike Tyson. Woo! Can't believe I'm still in this game. It's so exciting. Freaking love this game. It's so exciting. Wow, I can't believe I'm still in it.
I know what you did, motherfucker. You don't think I know what you did? I was there that night. Who bought you the shovel and the gloves that were one size too small? It was me. You owe me $40 from Home Depot for that shovel and them gloves. When am I gonna get my $40 back? You can get 5 defense lawyers and get you off capital murder charges, but you can't owe me my $40 from Home Depot? You're gonna give me my $40, I'm gonna expose you, motherfucker.
So excited to be playing this game. I can't believe I'm still in it. This is the best game ever.
My darlings, Bruno Tortellini is back. Everybody, show your bulge. You got to get your hips into it. Get your hips into that. Whoa, yes. Get your hips into it. Okay. My darlings, Tom Bergeron will always be the best host of Dancing with the Stars, even if he is a sexy straight white man. He is still better. You should go back to top model. You look like a clown. Oh, yes. Oh. I want to fuck all these walls. Look at this wall. So excited. Look at my big bazongi boobs and my big booty. Yay. I wear a size 47 double Q. Okay. I have to resist the urge to vote Charlene because she's not in the game this time. But I hate that cunt. I think I speak for everyone when I say you're an old, ugly, fat carrot. Anybody but Trump 2024. This bed looks good. I can do the missionary style in this bed. Yes. You know, I'm not gonna lie, a 6-way tie between myself, Saul, Destiny's Child, OJ, Tyra Banks, and Trump would actually be quite a compelling tribal council to watch. But now I'm gonna, I'll get the actual votes. If anybody has a steal a vote and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Wow, you took forever to find it. It doesn't surprise me that you're not even going to play it. If anybody found the hidden immunity idol and you wish to play it, now would be the time to do so. And it was clearly harder to find than an endure idol because nobody found it. Okay. When I read the results, the evicted house guests will have about 15 minutes to say their goodbyes, gather their belongings before I kick them the fuck out of the Facebook group chat. Here we go. First vote. Owen. Rayanne. 1 vote Owen, 1 vote Rayanne. Rayanne. That's 2 votes Rayanne, 1 vote Owen. Rayanne. 3 votes Rayanne, 1 vote Owen, 2 votes left. 11th person voted out of Big Brother Cheesecake 7, and the 4th member of the jury. Rayanne, it's official. You are evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 7 house. Oompa loompa doompy da doo. You ate 19 Laura Secord bars. Now you have a tummy ache. Oompa loompa doompa doompa dee doo. Rayanne, you have about 15 minutes to say your goodbyes before I kick you the fuck out of the Facebook group chat. Thanks for playing. Better luck next time. Rayanne, this one hurt. They all hurt. Why must they hurt so much? Why can't I get a cast that I, hate? You know, has, problematic... No, never mind. That's Big Brother 24. And all the Big Brother US seasons. Rayanne, you and I first met playing Ascendance, where we bonded over the fact that I liked Cadbury Cream McFlurries and you liked the smoked pot. And that we didn't get too close that game, but we weren't enemies either. And then, even though you voted me out, even though I didn't even realize it until a year later, you played some power that you got to steal a vote or whatever from somebody else. I didn't even know at the time, but whatever. And then we played Double Cross. We were on the same starting tribe. We were doing so well. We were both swap fucked, 3-2, and the 3 were not budging. And when we lost, we both knew we had to try to get the other one out, and it was just heartbreaking because I did not want you to go, and I didn't get to vote that round either. I had a penalty, and in a way I'm happy I didn't have to write your name down because I didn't want to. I ended up staying, but I still feel bad about it. But now that you're out of the game, I can say, so that you're going to be a threat, you got to come back on the following season of Double Cross, and you won that season, so you have won an org. But I absolutely adore you to death. Everybody adores you to death. I think you're so funny, so full of life. I wish nothing but the best for you. I think you know exactly what move you made that was wrong, and we can maybe discuss it on Extra Whip, that's up to you. But you and Kennedy both made the same mistake about a month ago, and it really fucked you over bad. I think, too, you had a lot of mental and physical issues in your life at the beginning of the season, which I totally sympathize with, and I wish you nothing but the best. But I think you got off to a slow start. And I've always said in Big Brother that the first 2 weeks are far more important than people think, because, especially in this season, a final something alliance was made early on that made it through most of the game. And there were a couple other alliances. You were part of one of them, but it wasn't a strong one. And you really, I think if you just got off to a slow start, you worked your way up. You were in a very good position, and you worked hard, and you definitely deserved to have made it this far. But I think if you were a little more active, just the beginning couple of weeks, maybe who knows, this would have been a different outcome. But overall, you played a great game. You also kind of it's an advantage and a disadvantage where you barely played in any vetoes, and then you had a triple fast forward where you were safe for what ended up being 4 evictions. That's a pro and a con. Yeah, it helps you get through the first half of the game, but then you don't get the relationships and the trust built that you want to. So it works both ways. But there's no question in my mind that you are a legend, you are phenomenal. Everybody, just like with Kennedy, and just like with Bridget, and I think, well, I don't know about Callum because of the whole Cal thing, but just like with the last 2 evictees, everybody loves you. There's nobody that can say one bad thing about you on a personal level. And I know for some of these people it wasn't easy to write your name down. But yeah. So thank you so much for playing. You are still a member of the jury, where you will cast the vote for the winner, Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven, in what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks from tomorrow is finale? Wow. Okay, before we get to the head of household competition, 2 quick announcements. Javier has broken a record that was tied between a shitload of people. I think Ashley from season 2, Nick season 4, I think JoJo season 5. Somebody else had it last season. I don't even remember. I think Brooke had it last season, season 6. I can't remember. It doesn't matter because all those people lost. Javier has now cast an eviction vote 10 weeks in a row. That has never happened before in Big Brother Cheesecake, that somebody has cast an eviction vote 10 weeks in a row. If he's not going to be head of household because he's outgoing HOH, and if he's not on the block, it will be 11 weeks in a row. So I'm very, very curious, Javier, to see how long you can keep this streak going. It's going to be tough at Final Four because you have to be the one person voting. So the odds are not in your favor, but you've already beaten that record. Javier has also beaten the Ruby Power Veto curse. So as you know, the Ruby Power Veto was introduced in season 4. Brenda, Rai, and Amethyst last season all were evicted with the Ruby Power Veto in their pocket. Now, even though Javier didn't play the Ruby Power Veto the way it was meant to for Big Brother, he was still not evicted with it in his pocket. He cashed it in for $200 extra every time he passed go. So it was still used. So the curse of the Ruby Power Veto is over, but the Ruby Power Veto has still not been used for its Big Brother intention. So I'm still waiting for a proper Ruby Power Veto use, maybe next season. I think that's everything. And the steal a vote. Yes, that was found. A lot of probably week 5 to 6-ish. Obviously, given the vote count, it didn't matter who had it. I think if I was in this person's shoes, I would have also not played it. So it'll be interesting to see when that surfaces, if it surfaces. If that person makes the final 2, it'll be part of their speech as to why they deserve to win. That they had a steal a vote, and they didn't even need to play it, right? In theory, Jenna's Amethyst Power Veto, she also didn't really need. Michael's Diamond Power Veto, he also didn't need. Brooke's Sapphire and Emerald Veto, she also didn't need. The Emerald Power Veto, this is the first time ever it was not used for its Big Brother purpose. And it's also interesting how I branded this season as the most twisted season yet. But you had 5 of these vetoes that were not used in Big Brother format, and the steal a vote wasn't used. And Michael's extra vote also I don't think mattered. So really, all these twists actually ended up not factoring into the game at all. Which in a way is good because next season is even more twisted. So at least I can say the last 2 have not been. But yeah. Okay, it's time to get to the next head of household competition. Free from the threat of eviction, the head of household wins the perks of their private HOH bedroom and bathroom, a fruit basket with chocolate-covered bananas, a video from home, and the responsibility of nominating 2 of their fellow house guests for eviction. The competition for this week is called the Big Brother Appetizer Survey, and here's how it works. This is the third of 3 Q&A competitions based on the answers to the appetizer survey you completed prior to the start of the season. This section of the competition, starting from Season 3, I made it into a stepladder format where there was a qualifying round and then you would go into a stepladder where 5 faced 4, faced 3, faced 2, faced 1. And because I introduced the wheel for the second part of this competition, the one that Kennedy won, where you had wedges on the wheel and you were trying to, take each other off the wheel, because I introduced that, I decided I'm going to go back to the basics. We've had, and do the same format I had in Season 1 and 2, which is I draw the questions. In each question, whoever had the closest average to the correct average, so everybody had to fill in their average, what they thought were the average scores for all 20. Whoever was closest gets a point. Whoever has the most points at the end of the 20 appetizers is the new head of household. I made it simple because we've had a lot of difficult and complicated competitions, and over the next 2 weeks, the competitions are going to be brutally intense. So enjoy this last sort of bird feeder type competition where it's relatively straightforward. Okay, whoever has the most points wins. In the event of any ties, we are going to go to who submitted first. So, is everybody ready? Then let's begin. Okay, round 1. We begin with loaded baked potato tots. Brooke, 6.41. Jenna, 7.89. Michael, 7.82. Owen, 7.50. The correct average for loaded baked potato tots was 6.89, which means the person closest was really close, but it looks like it's Brooke is the closest. Just confirming that. Yes, Brooke is the closest. Brooke, you get a point. Round 2. Korean fried cauliflower. Okay. We have Brooke, 8.77. Jenna, 9.44. Michael, 9.51. Owen, 9.25. The correct average for Korean fried cauliflower is 9.75. Which means the person closest is Michael. Michael, you get a point. Okay, round 3. Strap in, this is going to be a long competition. Next up, we have pretzel bites with cheddar fondue. We have Brooke, 9.66, Jenna, 10.78, Michael, 10.12, Owen, 10 even. Pretzel bites with cheddar fondue had an average score of 9.25. The person closest was Brooke. Brooke, you get another point. You're up to 2. Brooke 2, Michael 1. Next question. Oh, okay. Well, that one fell. May as well go with the one that fell. I didn't see it. Hot buffalo wings. Hot buffalo wings. We have Brooke 8.08, Jenna 10.34, Michael 9.87, Owen 9.25. Hot buffalo wings had an average score of 10.06. And it looks like the closest person there is... Ooh, that's close. Wow, that was close, but the closest person just barely... Doing quick math. But yes, the closest person is Michael. Michael and Brooke, you are tied 2-2. Next up... Crispy Brussels sprouts. We have... Brooke 11.90, Jenna 11.89, Michael 13.22, Owen 13.25. Crispy Brussels sprouts had an average score of 11.88. Jenna, you missed it by 0.01. Brooke, you missed it by 0.02. Wow, Jenna, you just by 0.01 get the point. Brooke is cursing. But Brooke also didn't bring her notes with her to her vacation, and she's doing pretty well considering she has no notes. I love these Tex-Mex egg rolls. We have Brooke 9.42, Jenna 9.89, Michael 10.75, Owen 10.50. Tex-Mex egg rolls had an average score of 8.44. This time, Brooke, you get the point. Brooke, you have 3. Michael 2, Jenna 1, Owen 0. That's for calling my dick venti. Anyway. Next is fried chicken sliders. Brooke 6.75, Jenna 7.73, Michael 8.75, Owen 8.00. Fried chicken sliders had an average score of 9.19. Michael, you are the closest. Michael 3, Brooke 3, Jenna 1. Next question. Spinach and cheese dip. Brooke 10.66, Jenna 10.77. What? Did you guys copy each other? Michael 12.33, Owen 11.75. I remember Cat in Brazil in season 4 basically copied each other. Spinach and cheese dip had 10.38. The closest person there is Brooke. Brooke, you get another point. You go up to 4. By the way, no, I'm gonna wait. I don't want to jinx her like I did Monopoly. I'm not gonna say anything. Next up is. This is another good one. Fried macaroni and cheese. Brooke 5.33, ambitious. Jenna 6.33, Michael 6.31, Owen 6.25. The average is, it's not that good, 7.56. The closest person was Jenna. Jenna, you get a point, and again, by 0.02, you thwarted Michael. Brooke 4, Michael 3, Jenna 2, Owen, not out of it, but it ain't looking good. Stuffed mushrooms, also sex. You know what, the whole list is sex. I don't know why I bothered. Brooke 12.83, Jenna 14.66, Michael 13.28, Owen 13.25. I know, I don't have each individual one. I know Clyde put this first because we always order stuffed mushrooms. The correct average is 11.06. Brooke, you get another point. Brooke 5, Michael 3, Jenna 2, Owen none. The lesson here, Brooke, don't ever study for anything. Don't go to school. Tell your kids. Just drop out. Just guess. Oh, I picked 2. We'll do each one, where you have to do them all anyway. Dynamite shrimp. Brooke 10.08, Jenna 9 even, Michael 1111, Owen 10.50. Dynamite shrimp had an average of, I've actually never tried this one from there because it's more of a sushi place. 11.19. Michael, very close. Well done. Michael, you go up to 4. Brooke 5, Michael 4, Jenna 2. Next round. Oh, there was an extra one. Where did I put it? Sorry. Okay, I'll do that one next. Cheeseburger spring rolls. 10.16 for Brooke, 9.44 Jenna, Michael 9.41, Owen 8.25. Cheeseburger spring rolls had an average of, these are so good, cheeseburger in a spring roll, 8.06, which means, Owen, you are the closest, you get a point. Okay, now the other one that fell out was crispy crab wontons. I feel neutral about these, they're good. Brooke 13.53, Jenna 11.22, Michael 12.20, Owen 13 even. Crispy crab, ooh, I lost it. Crispy crab wontons 13.69, which means Brooke, you get another point. You are pulling away. Brooke has 6, Michael 4, Jenna 2, Owen 1. We have about 7 left. Brooke, you're very, very close. Here we go. Next up is crab and artichoke dip. Haven't tried this one. Brooke 11.66, Jenna 10.56, Michael 12.79, Owen 12.75. Crab and artichoke dip had an average of 12.25. The person closest Oh, that's close. Is... Oh, Brooke, you were close there, but Owen just barely gets it by about a difference of 9 cents or 9 points. Owen, you score a point. Brooke 6, Michael 4, Jenna 2, Owen 2, and there's 6 to go. Next up is chicken samosas. I love chicken samosas, but I've, again, never tried this one. Brooke, 8.50, really low. Jenna, 11.33. Michael, 10.81. Owen, 10.75. That didn't do well. Chicken samosas had an average of 12.19. Jenna gets the point. Okay. There are now 5 left. Roadside sliders. You know what I just realized? Why did I even bother going in a random order if we're going to do them all? But anyway. Roadside sliders. Brooke, 9.38. Jenna, 8.78. Michael, 9.26. Owen, 9. Roadside sliders had an average of 10.13. With 9.38, Brooke, you get another point. So, Brooke, 7. Michael, 4. Jenna, 3. Owen, 2. There's 4 to go. Brooke, you get 1 more point, and it's enough. You would clinch. I saw one of them, so even though I don't even know what's what, I'm just going to be safe. Here we go. Factory nachos. Brooke, 9.83. Jenna, 9.22. Michael, 9.01. Owen, 8.25. Factory nachos had an average... Oh, it's close. Holy shit, that's close. Of 9.56. Jenna is off by 32, 46, by 0.34. Brooke is off by 0.27, which means Brooke, congratulations, you are the new head of household. Javier, please hand over the key to Brooke to your new head of household, bedroom, and bathroom. Brooke, what I was going to say, and I decided not to jinx you, week 11, final 5, is the week you were evicted. You have clinched a spot in the final 4 and officially made it further than you did in season 6. So big congratulations there. You have until tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to privately message me your 2 nominees and a reason why. So, who will Brooke nominate for eviction? Find out tomorrow. Thursday, who will win the Golden Power Veto competition? Friday is the Golden Power Veto ceremony. Saturday is Extra Whip, where Rayanne, Brazil, and Nicole and I will dish the dirt on what went wrong and what went right, just to make it the final 6 things go right. And Sunday, just 5 days away, is the next live eviction and head of household competition, where another house guest will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 7 house, get a tummy ache from eating too much chocolate, and lose their shot at the $700 cash prize. I'm Andrew Chef Moonves. Take care, and remember, if the diameter of your nipple is greater than that of a Reese's peanut butter cup, yes, you should put a shirt on. Good night.